What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tyrone, and I'm going to welcome you back to a brand new video. And today we have a fun little collection update. So we're going to be looking at the top 10 alternate art cards in my collection. I can't wait to share these with y'all. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Welcome back everybody, and let's now get into this collection video. As I said before, we were looking at the top 10 alternate art cards in my collection, and we're going to focus specifically on the Sword and Shield era. So this is going to be pretty much everything from about battle styles until now, and so I can't wait to get to share these with y'all. This is going to be kind of a little bit of mixes. This is just personally what I think, you know, when looking at my different alternate arts, like what do I like. So a lot of it's going to be based just off, you know, what I think they look. You know, of course, maybe some of these are going to be some higher value ones, because I do think the higher value ones are some of the best looking in general too. And so this is just a very crude ranking of it, and of course, love to get to show some more of these with y'all. And so before we do get into the video, I do want to just toss out that reminder that we are still doing the 75 subscriber giveaway. So if you haven't gotten in on that yet, all you have to do is subscribe, like, and comment on this video, and that will give you one entry into the giveaway of a Shining Fates ETB, 2 2020-2021 NBA Prism Cellos, or your choice of 2 2021 NFL Prestige Blasters. That giveaway video is down below in the description. It's the Fusion Strike Build and Battle Stadium opening video. And basically from that video until this one or any other past this, until we reach the 75 subscriber point, you can comment and like that video, and that gets you another entry into it. So you can have as many entries as videos we have until we hit that 75 subscriber mark. And so I'd love all y'all, of course, to try and get in on that, and of course give back to y'all. And so some just quick honorable mentions, because I said we are looking at the Sword and Shield stuff. Here's some examples of some other alternate art cards here in the back, as we have the Umbreon and Darkrai GX. Now this is the team, or the tag team promo from the Umbreon and Darkrai GX and the Umbreon and Deoxys GX collection boxes. Really cool promos. One of the cooler alternate art cards, of course, though, from the Sun and Moon series. And then one from the X and Y being the Alakazam EX. It's a secret rare, as not only do you have the full art Alakazam EX, but you do have Umbreon and Lugia on the back. So some pretty sick cards in their own. But let's start off this video with the first one, and a Tyranitar V, the Sleepy Tyranitar from Battle Styles. So this one was probably the very first alternate art card from Sword and Shield that I ever pulled. I opened this, I think, in just a random blister pack when I had just moved out here and really started getting some of my own stuff. Now this was before I had the YouTube. A really good looking Tyranitar V, very good condition. We'll probably get it graded at some point. This is going to be probably number 10 on the list. Definitely a fun one to look at. You got Pignite there in the back. Sleepy Tyranitar. At one point, this was probably like $150 to $200 card. I think nowadays it's somewhere in about the 55 to 65 range. So prices have definitely came down, but it's probably the most sought after card that you can find in Battle Styles. And so that is going to be the first one to start it off. The next one is going to be one that I pulled on this channel, is the Celebi V from Fusion Strike. So this is going to be a sick alternate art from the top of the Ice Mountain, or the Ice King's Mountain Calyrex. A nice cool little look at Celebi. I just love the kind of the like feel that this card gives. It's super pretty. You have Celebi bringing back to life some of the iced up trees at the top of the mountain. You have the big tree at the top where the Ice King hangs out. It's just a really beautiful card. Of course, it was really fun again to pull this for y'all on the channel. This one's not the most well-centered, as you can tell. It's very top-heavy, but, you know, like most of these, if they haven't, you know, none of these are graded, I'll probably try and do that at some point. You know, something like this, I'll probably wait until it gets cheaper to about the, you know, $15 to $25 mark, whenever PSA kind of gets in that range. You know, in the meantime, I have no issue holding these. And some of these cards are actually going to be in semi-rigid savers, as I am sending them in for grading soon. And so, you know, by now you've probably seen the PSA sub, and so you know, those cards will hopefully be shipped by the time this video comes out and on their way to PSA. But Celebi V, one of the cooler Fusion Strike alt arts, probably for me only really behind the Gengar Vmax. Next up, we have a promo alternate art, and that's the Vaporeon Vmax. This one we opened in the Vaporeon Premium Collection boxes, as there was also the Jolteon and Flareon versions. I think this one's just the best one. It's a massive Vaporeon. And I just really like the vibe that you get with all the other Pokemon in the water. You have the Frillish, male and female on the side. You have the Mantine and Mantike. You have the two Milotic. And then you have... shoot, I'm blanking on the name. The small Galarian fish. Ooh, forgetting it, but that's okay. You have those in the bottom. And just really cool vibe. Vaporeon's one of my favorite evolutions. Just a good looking card there. And then of course, not too expensive, as long, you know, saying that you can find these for 15 bucks probably outside of the collection boxes. I will recommend opening up those, as they were a lot of fun. And a nice one right there. Coming in at number 8. Number 7 is going to be the Dragonite V from Evolving Skies, our first Evolving Skies one we have on the list. A lot of these are going to be Evolving Skies, as they just went off with their alternate arts that you can find there. This one was one of the first ones I pulled in the booster box opening that is also on this channel. So if you go back and search my Evolving Skies booster box, you can watch when I pulled this one. As not only did we pull this alternate art, but we also pulled probably one of my favorite ones out of all this list. And they both came out of that same booster box. Pretty crazy. Dragonite V, Sleepy one. I love how the Sleepy's just Sleepy Dragonite, or Sleepy Pokemon's just like a common theme with all these. Pretty nice one again, kind of in the same range of of the Tyranitar. 55 to 65, except for the difference is Tyranitar is probably the most expensive in battle styles. This one's towards the bottom when it comes to Evolving Skies. So many cool looking cards. A really good condition one. Again, was very happy with how this one came out from getting pulled. And just a cool looking one of him just vibing at the top. Nice one. Next up, we will do another one that we have pulled on this channel, being the Gallion Moltres V from Chilling Reign. This one's probably my probably my second favorite from Chilling Reign. We'll look at my favorite one now that I think about it. But I love that they did the Galarian bird remakes. The Galarian Moltres is probably one of the coolest typings out of all of them. The darkness and fire type just makes so much sense. The dark pink and red with the black looks amazing. And you can see all the little evil eyes there at the bottom. Just a awesome card. And as you can see, this one's in one of these semi-rigid, as I'm going to be sending it in to PSA at the $50 price point. This card is probably one of the more expensive ones from Chilling Reign. I do think this one is very well centered and very good condition. And so, of course, a lot of the ones I am sending in from the Pokemon side, expect 9s, would love to see 10s. It's kind of how I look at it when it comes to Pokemon, because if you get it at the $50 price point at a 9, probably can still make a little bit of money if I ever decide to sell it. But that's something I am considering too, is you always hear this saying, keep the 9s, sell the 10s. There's usually not too much difference. You can tell this is a very clean card. So if this one got a 9, definitely would keep this. If it got a 10, at the price point they're at right now, this card being probably around I think 250 to 350. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad to move, as I could simply buy a 9 and then keep a little bit extra money on the side. But some of these, like the ones I did pull, like this one, definitely have some sentimental value. But a gorgeous one from Chilling Reign. Next up, we have the Rayquaza Vmax from Evolving Skies. This one is probably the second most, either the most expensive or second, I'd probably say second most expensive from Evolving Skies. This one I did get to buy in the Dallas card show, 150 cash. Super good, well priced. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is gonna be our number, we got 4 more. Yeah, so this is number 5 for us. Just had to double check real quick. Probably should make a list, but I don't plan ahead too much for some of these videos. But this one is the Rayquaza Vmax full art, alternate art. Pretty neat that he's just flying over the trees. You do have that awesome mountain range in the back. You can see at that angle. This is a very cool card. The Vmax was the one I haven't really gotten to pull, so I was more than happy to pay that price of $150, because I think this card, if you buy off eBay for the most part in good condition, it's gonna be about $200 to $220. So this one is really good condition. I think it did have a little nick over here, sadly. And so sending this into grading, with that nick, I'm probably going to expect a 9, you know, but it's again that same thing. Love to keep the 9, sell the 10s. Because if this one 10'd, it's like a $600 card. Crazy that some of these modern Pokemon cards are reaching those levels. But love that they brought back Dragon types. Love that they actually had Rayquaza as a main character in this set, as he's one of my favorites. And so can't wait to see that one back from PSA. Next up, Umbreon V. Kind of a surprise when I probably have this high at number 4, I believe. Yeah, number 4. Batman, Umbreon V. Funny enough, this is actually me at the time of recording, coming off seeing the newest Batman. So fresh in the mind. I really like this card. It was very underrated. Just the skyscraper look in the background, and then just the light shining on him as he dips down into the city. Just a cool vibe. Super slick. Umbreon V. Definitely, I did not give too much love when I played with him in the Pokemon games. But in this set, awesome alternate art. There's just the V, not a Vmax of him. And so I pulled this in one of my last videos. I think probably one of the more recent ones, actually, at the time of this recording. In the Gallion V Star box. And so, crazy how I've had such good luck with pulling cards from Evolving Skies. And so, this one is not greatly centered, little bottom and top, bottom right heavy. But that's okay. Maybe we'll still send it to grading at one point. Like I said, probably get a 9 or so, maybe an 8, because that centering isn't too great. But nonetheless, probably a $40 card, $45 card. I could expect to see this one go up a lot more over time. Really cool artwork. So next, we will now go with my favorite card from Shellrain Zeraora V. Just look at that. This one I knew when I saw it, pretty much when they first released the checklist. I wanted this one really bad. I sadly never got to pull this card, so I actually found this one locally for about 40 bucks. I was willing to sell it. Just look at that art. He's just standing on top of the mountain, staring off into the Galarian. You can see the big tree for Calyrex up here. You can see the Galarian bird tree down in the distance, and just such a cool landscape. That's the one of the best thing about these alternate cards, is they just create so many cool landscapes that you can remember from playing the games, you know, and just set up kind of new looks. And you know, you see that you got Weavile, and I think, who else is that? That Axu. I think you have another one down there, but just really cool in general. Just him pointing out to the pretty much pointing out towards the landscape. I bet you could definitely toss in a Attack on Titan Aaron joke in there somewhere, just pointing out towards the ocean. But this one was in really good condition, a little top heavy, but overall I was really happy again to pay 30 bucks for something that came out just fresh out of pack, top loaded. Not too bad there. Zeraora is just a cool Pokemon. Makes me wish I would have played some more of the Sun and Moon games when they came out. But a nice one right there. Number 3. Now we are going into number 2 with my favorite Rayquaza alternate art being the Rayquaza V from Evolving Skies. Now some people will say that they like the Vmax more than the V. There's just something about the look of this V card. Him looking away, walking away, and then you have, I think, Zydia, you know, facing towards us with Whismur along the desert. Just very cool vibe. You love how you get the sunlight coming up the top, and then with the way that the texture comes, it looks like that sun's literally bringing down rays on this card. Just one of my favorite alternate arts, one of my favorite artworks in general, especially for Rayquaza, as I just really don't have too many of his cards. And then of course it was really fun getting to actually pull this one in our Build and Battle Stadium box opening. And so this one, as you can tell with the CGC, look, it's getting sent into actually PSA. Now this one, like the VMAX, did have a slight issue where we did have a little white mark up there that you can see, little dent. But really well centered. I bet this card still does pretty well at probably a 9. And that, so hopefully it comes back in good condition. Would love to get to see this one at PSA Slab. I think this one sells, like I said, probably cash could get, or on eBay could get about 150 raw. you know, maybe call it about 2 to 250 in a PSA 9, and then, you know, up and around the $450 to $500 mark, you get to 2x it if you get a 10. And so, really cool card. Really happy I got to actually pull this one myself. And so, no matter what the grade comes out on this one, I will probably hold on to that slab. And so, like I said, that one comes in at number 2. And so, my favorite alternate art card, we pulled it on the channel. One of my best openings that I've had. One of my probably top performing videos. And just look at this card. This Umbreon Vmax alternate art from Evolving Skies is probably one of the just most gorgeous cards I've seen. Umbreon's one of my more favorite. It's definitely, I think, probably number 4 or 5 for me. But this Vmax card just won me over the second I pulled it. It was a late night opening. I remember I did it getting off work. The fact that we got this card and the Dragonite V in one booster box is crazy. This card is still selling raw for almost $225 to $250. At PSA 9 probably does, I think, $350 to $400. And then I think if you get a 10 in this card, it's almost an $800 card. Just unreal. Look at the background. Again, I just love the landscapes you get. The like Eye of the Hurricane kind of look as you have the whirling clouds around the moon. And then of course Umbreon reaching for it, and the Dynamax Foreign just chilling on top of the towers of the city. Such a gorgeous card, and the fact that we got this one in such good condition, I mean, I'm going to be very disappointed, I think, if this one doesn't 10. Very good condition, Umbreon, just crossing fingers that we don't have any surface issues that I can't see. And then this one is definitely going to take the cake when it comes to the different alternate art cards. Umbreon Vmax, top of the line, number 1. Awesome, awesome card. And so that is going to finish this top 10 alternate art collection look at. I want to thank you all if you followed me this far for watching. Hopefully you do enjoyed. Hopefully you have some of these cards. If you've had a chance to get some alternate art cards, I would love to see down in the comments below. What is your favorite? Either out of the list I have. Feel free to, of course, if you're on social media, TikTok or Instagram, follow me down below and shoot me a message. Show me some of the cool pulls you have. I would love to get to see some of y'all's collections, of course, and then I do always try to follow back other collectors. And so I would love to get to see y'all there. If you made it this far, please like the video, comment down below, share it, hit that notification bell. Would greatly appreciate the support as it really does help the channel. And I want to thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys next time.